morning, and here we are yet again for another workout, weekday workout, everyday Qigong. That's going to annoy me. Camera's just sort of refusing. There we go. Hopefully that's right now. Okay. So, apologies for yesterday. I'm not quite sure what happened. I had actually scheduled the class to go out yesterday morning at 7 AM and for some reason it didn't, and my technology was obviously not doing what it was supposed to do. So the dragons are obviously telling me in the universe, the Tao or whatever it is you want to say, is obviously telling me that yesterday was not necessary to put something out. Although having said that, if people were expecting it and waiting for it, my apologies that it didn't go out. I did try and repost it later in the day, but for some reason, again, my technology refused to help me in any way, shape or form. So let's get back to it today, and yeah, hopefully the technology will behave itself today. So we've been working on our foundation this week, working on the legs, and really sort of like starting to feel what's going on in the legs, feeling how you can open up the muscles, relax the muscles, open up the joints, allow the bones to float, and allow yourself to sink down through your feet. So that in itself, allow the bones to sink down through your feet. I don't think that's quite what I meant to say. Allow the bones to release so that they float, and then the muscles release, and you get a feeling, a sensation of sinking down into the feet. But you need to be a bit wary of that, because as you're sinking down into the feet, there is a tendency to sort of pull down on the rest of the skeleton, so the skeleton ends up sort of crushing itself down. So we need to maintain this suspension of the head, raising the head. It's almost like you're looking down from a 20-story building, if you like. So you're standing upright, but allowing yourself to sink. Yeah. It's another one of these weird Chinesey, Qigong-y, concept-y things, which is very strange. But there is an elongation through the body, and once you've got it, that makes a bit more sense. So anyway, let's stop gibbering on and get on with some Qigong. So we're going to start off feet together, turn out the toes, turn out the heels, and sinking down, opening the feet. Allow the feet to spread out onto the floor so that you can feel the ground beneath your feet. Obviously the feet are the first point of contact, so getting them to be released and becoming aware of how you stand on the ground is quite important for building strong foundations for anything in life, really. Your balance is to make sure that as you get older, your balance improves as opposed to gets worse. Whereas as you're getting older and you grow and you become up more into your head, you tend to sort of lock the feet off, shut them down, tighten them up, and you no longer feel the ground beneath your feet, so you become a bit more doddery, especially in much older age. So what we're really doing is working on making sure that we always maintain that kind of sense of the ground, that comfort standing on the ground. And then softening the ankles. Allow the body to move if need be, so that the ankle joints can open. Relaxing the calf muscles, muscles in the lower leg, Achilles tendon. Soften, melt the bones. That's a peculiar saying. But just allow the bones to hang. And then relaxing the knees. Again, just allow your body to move, becoming aware of the lower legs and the knee joints. And then softening the thigh muscles. Again, become aware of the muscles. Allow the bones, the thigh bones, to relax, release, melt and hang. And then the tailbone drops, so you can relax the buttocks, open the hips, leveling the pelvis, so it's level that way, it's also level that way. So you're not sort of tilting or twisting, doing weird things with your bum or your hips. Just allow it to be totally level, tailbone dropped, to open up the lower back. Then to stop your head from sinking down and your body, upper body collapsing, allow the chin to tuck in, so you raise the head, raise the spine. And then just breathing into the belly. Again, there's lots and lots of breathing techniques out there. You can go onto YouTube and find out all kinds of weird and wonderful things with breathing. But for now, all we're doing is allowing our breathing to slow, allowing it to soften, and allowing it to sink deeper into the body. So you're not trying to force anything or make anything happen. Just allow your breathing just to work for you. Softening the torso of the body as you do. As you breathe, become aware of the mind. Where are you today? Are you thinking about what's going on later on in your day? Are you thinking about what you did yesterday? So are we travelling forward or backwards in time? Or are we here in the moment listening to this idiot gibbering on about Gung? Hopefully you're present with your body and you're feeling what's going on in the legs. And you're allowing your mind just to be absorbed into the body and sink down into the belly. So they talk about the lower Tandien, which is actually a centre of gravity for our intended purposes, which is 2 fingers, 3 fingers width below the tummy button and then back inside the body. So you're trying to connect with that point. What you're looking for at the moment is a feeling of being centered, a feeling of being calm. And just allow the mind to rest there. Don't go chasing the rabbits and squirrels of the thoughts as they wander across the brain. And then breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. Turn over the palms, stretch up over the heads, relaxing over the head, relaxing the arms, the shoulders, the back, and then breathe out, circling the hands down. Breathing in, come up. And breathing out. As you do, you can sink into your thighs a bit more if you want to. And then breathing in, come up. And breathe out, sinking down. Feel the momentum through the legs. One more. Breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. Turn the palms to the floor, breathe out and just let the hands float down. Again, coming to rest on the feet, so just standing for a moment, softening the feet, opening the ankles, releasing the calf muscles, opening the knees, softening the thighs, tailbone drops so that the hips can release, the waist can release and the lower back can open. Tucking in the chin so the shoulders rest comfortably over the hips and the spine is elongated and the head is suspended. Just breathing into the belly, softening the mind, let the mind be absorbed into the body. Just be totally present in the moment. Breathing in, hands come up to the chest. Breathing out, left hand goes up, right hand down and sinking into the thighs. And breathing in, come up, hands come back to the chest. And breathing out, swap the hands over, left hand down, right hand up. Breathing in and out. And keep going. So paying attention to what's going on in the legs. So feel the momentum as you come up, rising up through the legs, and then as you breathe out, sinking back down to the feet. One more. Breathe in, the hands come up to the chest. Breathing out, palms to the floor, just push down and come to rest on the feet. Oh, that was fun. You don't have to copy the sneeze, it's not part of the Gung. or the scratching of the nose. And then softening the feet, opening the ankles, relaxing the calf muscles and the lower leg. Opening the knees, softening the thighs, let the tailbone drop, leveling the pelvis, allowing the hips to release, engaging the core as though you're sitting down on a stool, head suspended. Breathing into the belly, softening the mind. And then just turn the waist, let the hands just rotate round because the waist is turning. So you're not using your shoulders to move the hands, you're using your waist. And just become aware of how the momentum, the sensation of movement travels down through the legs and then back up. So you're turning from side to side, you're transferring your weight from one leg to the other and then back up again. But you're not swinging yourself, you're not penduluming, you're not throwing yourself from side to side like this. You're allowing yourself to rotate around your Z-axis along the spine, using the waist as the commander and actually generating the movement from the transfer of the weight up from the feet and then down into the other foot. But that only really occurs, or you only really start to get a sense of that as your legs start to really release. So this is something to really practice, because it's not a normal, natural thing that we do. We tend to work and move from force, effort, as opposed to through release and elongation. So you may find, as you're doing it, you do get a bit of a penduluming thing going on, and that's fine. That's just the stage your body is at this point in time. And then you're releasing up through the leg and then back down to the leg. So you might get sort of like a rising and a falling going on, and that again is fine as well, because you're building up the mechanics through the legs and just really experience what's going on. The important thing is to get your legs to relax so that they can hold you up. Now it's a bit weird and wonderful talking about relaxing the legs, because as you're doing this you'll start to feel them and you'll think, that hurts. If you're pushing yourself too hard, it shouldn't actually really hurt that much. You might get twinges and uncomfortableness, but there shouldn't be real kind of like stabbing, shooting pain or anything along those lines. And if there is, you need to just check your alignment. So just come to rest and don't worry about swinging the arms too much or turning the waist. Just feel the feet, opening up the ankles, the knees, the hips, dropping the tailbone, and see what's going on there. And then you can return to it. And try to switch off the muscles so the bones kind of hang from the flesh. The muscles are released. And you can start to feel the legs like an empty vessel. We change, let the hands swing out to the sides and just see how that changes the feeling through the legs. Just working again so that you're sinking down, and then as you come up you're expanding up and then sinking down the other side. So the movement that you want, the motion that you want, if you're making this a big movement, which for a beginner you probably will, you'll need to get the sense of it, is upwards and downwards along the spine. Okay, there is the rotation around the spine, so you have yaw in the movement and you have heave in the movement, so you're lifting up and down, coming up and down, and then as you get more practiced you start to make that, or it starts to become less pronounced, but you still have that motion through the body. Again, feeling the ground beneath the feet, softening the ankles, opening the knees, releasing the hips, dropping the tailbone, head suspended. so that the upper body is elongated and open, not crushed into the ground. And we're going to change, so come to rest on the feet again, create those alignments, and just breathing in, palms to the floor, come forward, rising up. Breathing out, elbows drop, wrists drop down, sink into the hips. So we've got rise and fall as the beginning in the Tai Chi form. And fall, sinking into the thighs. So again, you're trying to get the motion along the Z axis, along the spine. So you're rising up and sinking down. And what you'll probably feel when you're first starting out is you'll feel the temptation to sort of lean forward and then sort of lean back and down. And that's fine, just experience that, but then try and make it smaller. So you're feeling the feet. Everything is centered. You're not leaning from side to side or forward or back. And we're going to change, so sinking down, relaxing into the hips, softening the waist, turn the fingertips to the right and circle the hands round. The right hand comes in front of the face, left hand continues the circle, and then turn to the right, turn the palms, swapping the hands over, and turn back to the left, turn the palms, swap over, turn to the right. So we're turning around the waist again, and we're back to feeling that momentum through the legs now. So you're transferring your weight from one side to the other, but rotating using yaw around the spine. relaxing the legs. One more. And as the hips square, bring the lower hand up. Both hands at chest height. Take a breath in. And then breathe out, let the hands sink down. And closing the hands over the belly, so take the knuckle of the thumb, rest it in the tummy button, palm rest down. The other hand comes in flat over the top, and it's left hand under right for men, right hand under left for ladies. And just feel how that's changed the feeling down through the legs. And again, reconnecting, opening the ground, feeling the ground beneath the feet, softening the ankles, relaxing the calf muscles, opening the knees, softening the thighs, allowing the tailbone to drop to level the pelvis, and then tuck the chin in to suspend the head. Change, bring the hands up, wiggle the fingers at the ends of the arms. Bring the hands down, circling the hands. change. Just resting for a second, take a couple of breaths. Breathing in, come up onto the toes, stretch up through the body. And breathe out, let everything drop and sink. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, drop and sink. One more. And we are done. Just shake off the legs. Shake off the ankles. And relax. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Again, I hope you enjoyed the set. Apologies for whatever happened yesterday. No idea. Technology escapes me. If you have any questions or would like to leave comments or feedback on your experiences, then please do so in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. And if I can ask you to tag, share and like this video so that we can get this out as far and wide and create as much harmony and peace in the world as we possibly can, that would be fantastic too. Again, thanks for joining me. I'll be back with another one of these tomorrow. Take care and have a really great day.